So friends, hope you're doing great. You're safe, sound in these difficult times. So today I shall discuss how to open a cash credit account. In some banks, the terminology used is cash credit. It's just like a running limit given to a businessman in his besides his current account. So there is a MPBF, maximum permissible bank finances, calculated by the analysis form you can say 4, wherein 3 years balance sheets figures are filled in and how much finance, maximum permissible finance is available for that customer is decided. And after that, a limit is allotted to him. It is like a running limit, right? It's a limit and it is against stock, raw materials, semi-finished goods, finished goods, which is a moving stock. So if the limit is within manageable limits, we don't obtain any collateral security or secondary security. But if the limit is large, so banks has its own policy for obtaining any collateral. So wherein we keep the papers of the property with the bank as mortgage. We call it equitable mortgage, right? So here the primary securities is stock, either in the factory or in the shop or wherever we have given a loan against, any shop in the mall or any retailers, right? So we call it cash credit. It's like a running limit, and then drawing power is decided on the basis of stock statement given by the customer. Now that stock statement given by the customer has to be verified by the bank officer whether that much stock is available, and if it is less, then less DP is given. If it is covering more than 25% margin of the limit, more than 25% of the limit that we have granted, then we give total cash credit to limit as drawing power to the customer he can draw. Drawing power means how much a customer can draw from their cash credit limit. The limit is different and drawing power is different. Drawing power cannot be more than a limit. Limit cannot be less than drawing power, right? So drawing power depends on the primary security. How much stock is available. Against that stock, we give a cash credit limit to the customer, right? So again, I told you we can create a collateral and link many accounts with the collateral. I have shared a separate video on my BankTekSkills website, and if material is available, I'll share on the YouTube. But it is a live demo on my website wherein I have created a collateral and I have linked various accounts, or sorry, or one account with that collateral, right? So there are two commands, HCLM and HSCLM, for that linking of collaterals, right? So opening of cash credit account, the command is HOAAC CC, CC for cash credit, right? So while we are opening savings, current account, overdraft, you must be remembering that the first 5 alphas are the same in all the commands, HOAAC, right? Only the last 2 alphas changes. So in savings is become SB, current account becomes CA, OD it becomes OD, right? TD it become term deposit it become TD, right? And for RD it remains term deposit only. So cash credit it is CC here, right? So we have this complete guide in this BankTekSkills.com. Please do subscribe to this. This will be very useful, and do give me your feedback. Do like our Facebook page as well as Instagram, and share your name on the email that I'll be sharing in my detailed links, and so that I'll give 30% discount to 4 people in a month, wherein 30% discount would be given, right, on the module, and you can enjoy various live videos, and lots of materials are there related to banking, sales and selling techniques, skill development, soft skills, personality development, career management, stress management, right? So I'll give you a complete package on my website, this is for sure. So the command was for opening cash credit, HOAAC CC. Click on go. This screen appears, right? The function would be add. So first we type the command HOAAC CC, then function, then scheme code we'll be choosing, in which variant of the scheme we want to open the account. So that depends from bank to bank, then differs from bank to bank also, right? Then we'll enter the KIF ID, right? Then scheme code, under which scheme we want to open this cash credit account, that is again populated subsidiary general ledger head. Sanction reference number, who sanctioned it, who recommended it, what is the sanction letter, date, number, you can write here. It will be there permanent in the system, so that in case even if the records is destroyed or misplaced or lost, we can find out the who had given this sanction, and that can be verified. Click on go. I've shared these videos live on my website. Again, I'm repeating, you will be seeing the live videos on my website. Then function O, open, automatically, HOAACCC. As you would enter, you get this screen, right? Function O will be automatically populated. Then you have to enter type KIF ID for which account, the account for which this overdraft is linked to which KIF ID. So all those details will be automatically populated which have been entered in the KIF creation. So that will be a corporate KIF ID, right? Remember this. Sole ID would be our branch sole ID or wherever it is being opened. Then scheme code CC general, cash credit general, right? Sanction reference number, some banks have a different command for generating a reference number, or we have a manual system also. The sanction reference number, you can write here the letter date, or you can find from the searcher also. CCY INR, subsidy general ledger subhead code is 60101. This will be automatically populated. INR will be also be of its own populated, right? The what tabs you have to visit: general details, interest details, scheme details, amount limits, and RPD, that is related party details. So if there are more than one authorized signatories or more than one directors are operating the account, we'll have two KIF IDs. We have to add them as joint or either of the operator of the CC account. And these tabs are mandatory even if there is no field updation done in these tabs. User or verifier has to visit about tabs compulsorily. Otherwise, system will show you error after you complete the job. So there will be hyperlinks of the errors appearing on the screen, and you'll have to go on there and then do it. It's better you make it a habit and visit all these tabs without hesitation, without any reminder. Usually most of the fields would be populated as per the parameters set as scheme code. So whatever scheme code we are entering, most of the fields would be automatically populated, right? As per the requirement of the bank. Certain data would be populated from the KIF of the customer, right? Remember this. So certain data would be reflected, whatever address details, his KYC documents, ID proof, address proof, mobile number, email ID, right? And registered address also. If it is a corporate KIF ID, so we have to choose a registered address as a preferred type of address here. Then mode of operation, go on the searcher, joint, either of the two, either of the three, so depends on the mandate given to us. And there will be a board resolution also for opening this. Interest details tab displays the interest details tab here, right? So herein you don't have to do much changes here, right? So account name would be automatically populated, right? So you can see all these. Account opening date will be there. Then we have this debit credits 999999. I mean, it's beyond a limit, so any amount can be debited, credited. Report could be CC Gen. Scheme code was CC Gen also, right? Then what else? Preferential calendar base has to be Gregorian by default. We don't use Hijra in our country. We use only Gregorian calendar here, right? Statement, then Gregorian calendar, then dispatch mode. If statement is to be generated and current accounts don't have passbook, only statement can be generated, and that statement will be sent by post, by courier, by or will be delivered, or will be taken by the customer himself sending his representative. So all these options are available in the drop down. I have shared in the live videos on my website, right? There I have explained very much in detail, right? Then next print date, that is again printing, whatever statement has been generated will automatically keep on changing it, right? and then mode of operation. So you can see here searcher पे जाइए, point number 7 here. Go on the searcher here, this right hand side. Mode of operation has to be entered. So our main thing is mode of operation, otherwise statement will automatically appear, frequency will automatically appear, monthly. You don't have to change anything in the week, in the day, just the date, first of every month statement would be generated and sent to the customer by post here in this screen, right? So you can choose email ID also, whatever you want to write. Then interest debit account. Interest will be debited in the cash credit account. Whatever limit is being availed in the debit balance, interest would be debited, and we have to choose select interest debit account as original. Means in with the account that we have given overdraft or cash credit, interest would be debited in that account itself only. So some countries, some banks have this option of they may say interest has to be debited, credited from some different account. So here interest would be debited in the same original account only in which the cash credit limit is being granted. Next, interest calculation date. So interest on loans is calculated on monthly basis by the system in all the banks. So we'll choose, let's say we are opening the account on the month of June. So 30th June would be the date of interest, next interest calculation date. Then we go on to, and there won't be any credit. We don't pay any interest on cash credit. We only charge. So interest calculation date credit would be, you can say, masked here. That will be hidden. We cannot make any changes in that. Then scheme tab will appear here, right? So don't have to change much. Pay interest, no. Collect interest, yes. All these fields, right? But Baki interest code will be automatically populated here, right? What is the rate of interest, maximum, minimum will be there, right? Then all these fields would be very clear in my website. I have explained very much in details, right? So you can see here, interest debit account original we have chosen, right? Interest account pegged, no. Means as and when MCLR is changed or base rate is changed, the rate of interest in the account would change. So it is not pegged like in case of fixed deposit. It is pegged. Remember this, because interest is paid the day that FD is created. Here it is linked with the, it is a floating rate of interest. It is linked with the MCLR. As the MCLR changes, it goes up and rate of interest will go up. If it goes down, rate of interest will go down. The pegging is no here. Remember this. Then limit sanction. How much limit are we sanctioned? 40 lakhs, 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs, whatever is there. An expiry. Generally, cash credit is given for 1 year only. So it has to be reviewed or renewed before expiry of 1 year. We have to obtain balance sheets. If we are not able to renew or renew, we have to review it. Whatever financial data we can get hold of, renew for 3 months only. Then after 3 months, again we have to renew, right? So this screen appears here. Whatever limit you are granting, sanction limit, you can see point number 12, 1 lakh here, right? And nominations, no. Cash credit where you can't make any nominations here. Expiry date, it is generally 1 year, right? So it has to be renewed before 1 year, or if not renewed because financials are not ready by that time, audited nahi hai, so we can review for 3 months, further review for 3 months, but after that it has to be renewed. Account health, normal. It is not substandard, it is not NPA, right? Then document date. On which date document is executed. Review date, generally less than 1 year. Sanction level, who has sanctioned the limit? Branch manager, cluster head, senior manager, or some other level. Sanctioning authority, we have to go on searcher. You have to go for these on all the searches for sanction level also and sanction authority also, right? Drawing power indicator has to be derived here. Remember this. It is derived. D, we have to choose DP as drop down, so we have to choose derived. D derived means we are deriving from the value of stock which may change every month, which is given by the borrower to the bank, and it is to be checked by the officer of the bank. To arrived at from the value of securities, value of stock given by the customer. equal in case of limit if it is maintained without specifying the drawing power, and parent when we create a tree. So I'll show you on videos on when we create a tree, limit tree. I'll be showing you the way we'll choosing drawing power as parent or children or whatever it is, right? Here we'll choose D, derived, again stop. Related party tab, first page will appear of the first KIF ID that we had entered in the system. Next, when we add, we can add authorized signatories. If there are two authorized signatories, we'll add two details in the related party details, but this has to be visited even though there is no other authorized signatory. Of course, there won't be any one authorized signatory, or at least two signatories would be there. They may be authorized or they may be directors of the company also, right? So you can see here sanction date, expiry, document date, then review date, right? The review date is generally less than the expiry date, remember this, right? Then we have sanctioning authority, go on the searcher, branch manager, cluster head, or any other head. Reference number you can write from the sanction documents, anything you can write here. Then drawing power is derived on point number 19. It is derived from the value of stock, that is primary security. For joint account holder, details are captured here by linking KIF of the joint account holder and the main holder. So jahan you will have related party details, you will type the KIF ID of the joint account holder and automatically he'll be added as a joint account holder. So you can see here point number 22 here, right? So left hand side there is an add button here. This we are on related party details here, this one. So you add here, this page will again reappear, but all fields will be blank. If we type KIF ID here, all the details here written will be automatically populated like they have been populated. Whatever KIF ID we have entered by in the beginning while opening the account, right? Then document code, you can choose if it is promissory note, demand promissory note, or any other agreement, guarantee, anything. Due date of the document, it will be less than 1 year. Scan, now this finacle version has also option of scanning the documents. Documents may be lost, may be misplaced, may be difficult to find, may be mislanded somewhere. So if we scan in the system, we can always generate a print of that document for references. Then add, we can add another record, we can add two signatories in this, right? So you can see here, right, to DPN point number 22, document code is demand promissory note. Scan details not required. In this bank it is not required. If it is required, you will type yes, and scanner has to be attached while scanning the documents. Due date, so 1 year date is the generally due date, less than 1 year from the 1 year date, 1 day lesser than the year date, next year date. So I think document code, due date, scan required, no, if it is required, otherwise you can add as many directors or authorized signatories by adding in the related party details. So you can see again it is shown here, demand promissory note, scan not required. So we have shown you two documents here. Two persons have been added as a director of the company, right? So this is done. Now MIS is very important from bank's point of view. Fill this field very carefully, because generally we take it, whatever we feel like, we enter it in the system and reports will be generated accordingly. The bank, why is bank require reports? Why is any limit given to such a person or any limit beyond a limit? So this has to be you can say more clarified while entering in the system. MIS codes have type of borrowers, type of advance, category of advance, commodity for advance has been given. The bank can generate any report that it likes. So this all are MIS codes, these are to be filled up. Go on the searcher, you can, and searcher, so you can choose anything here. So you can see here the subsector code, sector code, all these are which sector, agriculture, industrial sector, whatever sector is there, right? And yes, as soon as you submit after this MIS, you get this account ID which has to be noted down. And from the menu HOAAC VCC, we verify this cash credit account. Right now we have opened a cash credit account HOAAC CC, and it has to be verified by HOAAC VCC. When verification, V is there before the cash credit CC. Now I'll show you a maker can modify even before verification by a verifying authority or any checker. The command for that is HOAAC MCC, right? Modification before verification. Earlier, if the account number was generated by the maker, any mistake was there, it has to be verified, then again modified, then again verified. Here, same person can create a cash credit account, modify before verification, and then verification. So one step has become lesser in this case. Similar that we have discussed in CASA, same cheese week. Any field we want to all the fields will appear wherever we want to add any information, any field, or we want to change any information, any field, we can do it through this command. So this was all about how to open a cash credit account. I hope you enjoyed this. And again, please do give your feedbacks. Subscribe to my Facebook, Instagram page of BankTekSkills.com, and do give your comments. Please, I'm waiting for your feedback. That is of paramount importance to me, right? Thank you. Remain safe.